Hello, welcome, and welcome back, you wonderful viewers, and happy Halloween! In order to celebrate, we're doing a bit of a classic return to form for the channel. A Fallout New Vegas challenge run. Specific day, can you beat Fallout New Vegas using only a chainsaw? No? Because for the purpose of holiday fun, I'm going to give you full discretion. This run was really easy, but really fun. Because the chainsaw is a very good weapon, I decided to put some extra stipulations on the run in order to make it more interesting, both for you watching and for me playing. Those extra stipulations are a must. By the end of the run, complete the following challenges: Armed for Bear, Devourer of Nations, and Meat of Champions. Because what says Halloween more than a cannibalistic, chainsaw-wielding, mass serial murdering maniac? Other than mounds and mounds of candy. But I'm on a diet, so no candy for me. And here we're going through character creation. It's not quite what you'd expect from a build that doesn't really benefit from critical hits all that much. As you'll see, I put a good amount of points into luck. And that is because the only way to guarantee a chainsaw in the entire game without already having a weapon is buying the GRA variant from Vendertron. That's it. 9 luck for gambling and some extra starting skill points. 7 strength to meet the strength requirement for the chainsaw. I'm not going to cheese with Bradchild, despite the fact I do put a lot of points into survival, so I don't need extra strength. A lot of endurance, because it's a melee weapon. And everything else into intelligence. Draining perception and charisma, as you saw. I give the good doctor the most psychopathic answers I could think of at the time. Because what is a psychopathic serial killer if you don't try getting into the spirit? And I definitely got into the spirit. As I said, this was a really fun run, and I don't know what I'm going to make for the thumbnail. I haven't made that yet. I'm looking forward to that. I always love making the thumbnails for these types of videos. And our tag skills are going to be melee weapons, survival, and I do believe I went with medicine? Or melee weapons, survival, and repair. I considered medicine because I was originally planning on doing Legion for this run. Well, if I that didn't go down shortly. And for traits, I just picked heavy-handed for extra damage and skilled for extra. Then I thought better, and instead of heavy-handed, I went for Logan's Loophole. And we're jumping right into the fun part. me actually doing the extra challenges, I am going to skip a lot of the story. Because, like, this is how most of it went. I go to a place, I chainsaw everyone, and I eat them, and I leave. It was a lot of fun, but it is very repetitive. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. It just made editing this kind of difficult, because even the neat moments are more just me chainsawing everybody in sight. And here you see how I handled Benny. By being a chainsaw-wielding maniac. Like I said, this run is incredibly one-note. I run in, I chainsaw everybody. It's a lot of fun. And it is fun to watch people turn into bloody meat. But there's not a whole lot of variety to it. Here we go. The second step, both of the main quests, to power up the Securitrons for House, and so I could eat Caesar, were the second step of the Meet of Champions perk. For that challenge, which for those of you who don't know, in order to unlock the Meet of Champions, you need to eat the King, President Kimball, Caesar, and Mr. House, all in the same playthrough, using the Cannibal perk. I thought it would be an interesting extra challenge because that's the leader of every major faction, and it made me have to actually reroute the challenge because I made some early routing choices that pitted me against everyone, but weren't really interesting enough to include in the video, in my opinion. Like me gambling for like 15 minutes, you know, in order to get the chainsaw. Like, that's just not interesting to watch. Like, yeah, I did it, but it's not interesting to watch. And I would end up coming back to Nellis. Healing Poultice. Pretty useful. Like a doctor's bag, but it also heals your hit points. Survival's a good skill. I should do more playthroughs where I use that a lot. And as you notice, a lot of these are interspersed with me just looking around for things. Here I was desperately hunting for duct tape so I could make some weapon repair kits. Like I said, this run was really easy. I'm speeding this up, not because it took a while to kill everybody, but because the eating people animation is really long, and Red Rock is really big. Like, if it looks easy, that's because it was just slower. Also because even though I have over 400 hours in this game, sometimes I still get lost in really stupid places. Because I'm not perfect. But I do really love the chainsaw. I had so much fun with this run, it might as well have been a casual run. My goodness, it was fantastic. And here we are, the Brotherhood. Yeah, we are turboing through these, because one, I want to get this done in time to go live on Halloween. And also just, like I said, it's not that this run was at all difficult. Yeah, I died a few times, usually due to not using healing items at the right time. But this was a really easy run, but really fun. The chainsaw is an amazing weapon. Like, I already love melee and unarmed builds in New Vegas. And fun fact, the chainsaw is bugged, so the damage reduction, damage threshold ignoring property it says it has in the Pip-Boy doesn't actually work. I had 69 unarmed when I reached my perk up level before the Brotherhood. You need 70 for Piercing Strike. I was 1 point away from making the Brotherhood even more of a joke. That's how easy they were, without the perk to make them easy. This part of the video, I'm sorry, it did not record right, but this was step 3 of getting Meat of Champions, killing Kimball, eating Kimball, killing everyone I've met at the Hoover Dam. Due to poor recording and OBS trouble, didn't find out until after I recorded, I'm not including a lot of this. I do apologize. And here we are, good old Camp McCarran. Why Camp McCarran, you might be wondering? Well, I have 2 more challenges to complete that I complete here. Armed for Bear, for killing 15 named NCR officers with the chainsaw, and Devourer of Nations, for eating 200 more corpses. This run was a lot of fun. A lot of just running at people with a chainsaw. But I'm not saying that's not fun. It is. It is really fun. And here you'll notice a lot of experience, because that's where Armed for Bear finished. And the rest is mostly XP farming with the chainsaw. Because even with Logan's loophole making it so I couldn't get past level 30, I did still want to level up to get some useful perks. Jerry rigging, very useful perk, because chainsaws can otherwise only be repaired using other chainsaws, which is super inconvenient. And even more NCR killing, because this room got me the last delicious morsels required to get the second bonus objective complete. Of eating 200 people as a cannibal. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Not a whole lot to say about it though. Partially because I am recording this late. And just kind of off the cuff. And also just... the run is very self-explanatory. And there we go. Final bonus objective achieved. So I go to meet Yes Man, turn in all of his quests for him, White Gloves and Emeritus, who are such non-entities that murdering all of them did not warrant including them in the video. I also wiped out some other groups that didn't make it into the final cut of the video. Good Springs, Prim, Novak, Mojave Outpost. Because it just doesn't really matter at this point. You've seen how the run plays. I walk at people aggressively with a chainsaw. If they get hit, it's their fault. And at level 20, here we are. Final quest, and we're jumping straight to the Legate. Because the way here was literally nothing you haven't already seen before. Not saying it wasn't fun. It was. It was a lot of fun. I loved this run. It was so fun. But Hoover Dam is Hoover Dam, and Chainsaw is easy mode. This is full speed, so you can see just how much of a joke the Legate is this run. I have had challenge runs where it's taken like 15 minutes to kill him. And as a trophy, I put on his hat. It's worse than my hat, but I like his hat. And now his Praetorians give me more trouble than he did. The exact opposite of the fire-only run. But if you're interested in challenge running, a run like this is a great place to start. And if I could kill the Legate that easily, and the Brotherhood bunker without dying once, you already know, yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas using only a chainsaw. And you can have a whole lot of fun doing it. Now let's enjoy killing General Oliver. One last little hurrah. and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and an amazing Halloween. I have been Blue Dragon of Blue Dragon Games, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.